up, y'all? It's your boy Rodney Perry, and you tuned into 5 Quick Questions. And this is a show where I talk to my friends, man. I bring them on and we chop it up about whatever comes to mind for me. And I'm always trying to find out things that I didn't know and give you some stuff that maybe you didn't know about the comics I'm bringing on. And this guy I'm about to bring up today, my guest, man, I've actually traveled the world with this guy, and he's funny. He's very dope individual, a good guy. And how about this? Might be the best dressed comic walking around. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, my man, the myth, the legend himself, Daniel Dugar. What's up, D?
What's up, Rod? How you doing, brother?
Man, you know what, man? As I was processing talking to you, I was like, man, I know a lot of little things about you.
Right.
Because we traveled and you learn stuff about it. You're like, oh, I didn't know that. You know, like your birthday is on the Marine Corps' birthday.
Hey, you know what's crazy? There's quite a few of us. Sinbad's birthday is the same day.
Okay.
John Austin is the same day. Tommy Davidson is the same day.
Wow.
And Lavelle Crawford is the day after.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
But I was like, why do I know that?
Right.
But we have been like in Egypt when your birthday hit. So you just don't forget stuff like that. But the person that's giving me a ticket to the world was absolutely you, man. And if I haven't, thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, come on, Rod. I mean? So many times over, man. Come on, man. We got a lot of tattoos in our passport.
Right.
We didn't sat in Heathrow in London, Korea, Japan.
Right.
Diego Garcia. We was in the pyramids, Rodney. We went to the pyramids.
Wow.
We was inside the pyramid.
How crazy is that, dude?
Come on, man. Our hotel room overlooked the Nile. Come on, man.
Wow. It's crazy. Hey, the name of the show is 5 Quick Questions, man. This man is Daniel Dugar, a father, a husband, a comedian. My number one question for you, Dugar, is how did comedy find you, man?
Wow. Comedy found me, man, when I was at a party in San Francisco at the Dawes Club. I don't know if you remember the legendary Dawes Club on Folsom. Mm-hmm. And it was Henry Royal, Marcus King, all those guys. They would throw an annual event. And at midnight, Mark Curry came out to perform at midnight. Rodney, we partying hard. You don't even want to break the continuity if cats getting their groove on. Mark came out at midnight with a big old like Cadillac grill necklace on that was oversized. And he performed for like 30 minutes. And he had that club rocking, and folks forgot about dancing and getting the girl's phone number and a whole nine. He was that funny. And I was overlooking it. Me and my boy Graham was looking down on the stage, and I say, bro, that's what I want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long between that, seeing that, feeling that energy, and actually getting on stage?
So I think that event was like in '89. And 3 years after that, I found myself at the end zone on stage for the first time getting booed.
Wow.
Yeah, my first 2 times at the end zone, I got booed twice.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Comes with the territory.
Hey, but I think that, I'm a Chicagoan, but I'm a Bay Area comic.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
And so when me and Harry get to the Bay, nigga, you was a star. We said you was like, who is that dude? That dude is dope as hell. And I just remember like you having like the whole thing to me. You look like a leading man. You had the actor look, but you was funny. You was able to kind of to bridge that gap. And has that ever been an issue for you? Question number 3, being a good looking guy and being a comic. Is that a plus or a minus?
Man, Cats used to tease me. I think the first time I had threw a purple blazer on from Chess King. And I had rocked that, and I had the Z Cavarici black slacks on. And cats would be like, man, this dude, he should be modeling. He don't need to be telling no jokes. It's like this, man. I thank my mom and dad for the genes that I've inherited. I'm 58, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I've always loved fashion, but I could never afford it. Okay. So the cat who turned me on to dressing up was D.L. Hughley when I started going out on the road with him.
Right.
And he's like, man, this is how we get down, the whole crew. We suited and booted. So I went and bought one suit at Burlington Coat Factory for $200. And I bought 4 different color button-up dress shirts.
Okay.
So that one suit with the combination of the different color dress shirts, I had 4 suits.
Easy.
Within that one suit. Yeah. So I've always liked fashion. I've always been a cat who's, I guess you can say, right, I've always been secure with myself. I ain't never been an insecure dude, even when I'm standing next to millionaires, especially when I got my clothes on, because I'm like, you paid XYZ amount for that. I got 3 tailors in Korea where I got it for a fraction of that with the same fabrics. So, and I always love to see my male comedians G'd up.
Yeah.
It'd been times, man, that I brought accessories in my bag for cats who's working with me and just helped them just put a few little pieces on their suit so they could be right. Cause I always wanted everybody to feel like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, you know, so a hanky here, some cufflinks there, a tie or a tie clip. Hey man, I got you. And I would do that, right? And sometimes I still do that, man. It's crazy, but that's just who I am, man.
Man, I think it's very dope, man. I mean, like you one of my fashion icons. You know, when I look at like a guy that's always like, whether you rocking casual or dressed up, everybody can't pull that off. Nigga, let me tell you something about Rodney Perry. Nigga, as soon as it get hot, I get a little confused on what to put on. Because I'm a good fall to winter dude. I like layers. I like coats.
Yeah, you be killing them with the layer game. Yeah, you do.
That's fall, nigga. In summer,
right?
I'm your granddaddy. I'm right. Uncle Charles. You know, right. You can pull all that off, man. Talk to me about this, man. You got married probably around the height of your career, and your career is still blowing up. What has your wife added to you, the comic, Dugar, the comic?
We talking about my second wife, right?
Oh, it is your second wife.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. My first. Well, we only talk about that because that's past tense.
Exactly.
This one, my wife now. This is the last one.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy thing about Shelby and I, man, I've known Shelby since she was in high school.
Really?
But I never dated her because I was 8 years older than her. But I met her at a fashion show. Ain't that crazy? I met her at a fashion show.
Okay. So she's a model?
We would run into each other every 5 or 6 years at an event.
So she's a model though?
No, she didn't model. She was one of the dressers for the models. Her cheerleading team was dressing the female models. Wow. Me and 2 of my boys, we were actually in the fashion show. It was one of those bridal fair fashion shows. We were in the fashion show in San Francisco, and they were the dressers. And I saw her, and I was just like, dude, who is that? Dude, she too young. Oh, okay, cool. But I would run into her like at a summer jam, at a concert or something like that. And then we ended up connecting in 2004, and it's been a hostage situation ever since. You know, she loves the comedy, man, but she don't really get involved with it because she sees the ups and downs of it, and she also sees the stabbing in the backs and how come this can't be that way, or why is it that, and you know, why do you guys have to kiss butt so much to get put on when people like basically like the gatekeepers know you talented, but it's like, do they want to control you, or do they want to enhance and make the connections for you to elevate? So she tries to stay out of that because she'll get frustrated. And I don't want her to be frustrated. I need to have peace at the crib.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My wife is like that. My wife is like, why do you deal with that dude? You know he's not cool.
Right.
And I'm like, it ain't. You got to look at the bigger picture. sometimes the bigger picture require you to kind of deal with folks that maybe not your natural cup of tea.
Right.
And so we had those conversations all the time, but neither here nor there. 5 quick questions. Here is the 5th question, D. Man, I've been watching your comedy. I actually watched you today on Def Comedy Jam. And I forgot this bit, man, but it's always been one of my favorite bits. You know,
Black superhero?
My superhero, black superhero, yes. And he's like, nigga, I want. He's like, right. I was like, I forgot how dope that bit was, and I forgot that you was the first out of all of us in our talent pool, Cat Williams, myself, Lunell, Harry, so many of us, you was the first to like, nigga, my nigga fly off. Nigga, you went, you did
Apollo. Apollo was the TV. Apollo was my television debut, and I got that by accident. Somebody fell out the time. So Alley Cat at the time was my roommate. He got selected to go. I didn't get selected, but I went to support him. And somebody didn't show up, and they had a slot. So they asked me if I was down to do it. I said, I'm down. Shane did it that night. Tracy Morgan did it that night. I did. Al did. And I ended up getting a standing O out of it. And from there, little things started to pop. I got turned down for Def Jam 3 times. I went to Dallas to audition for Def Jam because I missed the Def Jam audition in Oakland, where all you guys were, because my grandfather had passed. So I went to the funeral in Louisiana, and they had 2 slots left, one in Miami, one in Dallas. Miami, the ticket was too much for me to get there. So I was a UPS driver. So I asked, can I have the day off and I'll be at work the next day to go audition? So my supervisor's like, yeah, go do it. So I delivered my next day airs by 10:30. I was on a flight at 12. Wow. And I got into Dallas. I changed in the airport, went to the venue. We pulled straws. Marvin Dixon, who's a mutual friend of ours, he was the host. I picked number 8 out of 12 comics. This one brother picked number 1, and he didn't want to go first. I said, hey, man, I'll trade you my number 8 slot for your first slot. And he jumped all over that. He's like, why you trade? I said, because I got to be on a red eye back to Oakland because I got to be at work the next morning. So I went first, and I hit him, and I closed with the black superhero. And Bob was like, man, we watched that, and we measured every comic after what you did. And then 6 months later, Bob hit me and say, yo, Dugar, this is Bob. I'm like, what's up, big? Yo, man, let me tell you why you doing Def Jam, son. I'm like, what? He says, man, first of all, man, the story's incredible. You know, I didn't choose you for reasons because I felt you could be better. And you showed me that. And you took the day off and you flew out here and you flew back. That's dedication, son. So I got Def Jam.
Wow.
That's how it happened.
The crazy part, like, you texted me this morning about something else. I had just finished watching you. Man. Question number 5. What's your big goal in this?
Man, you know what, Rodney, man? It's kind of like, I think I got about another, I'm 58. I think I'm going to go until I'm 70. Especially if I keep my youngness.
Right.
I think for me, I'm in stack mode, and getting a podcast that could be lucrative. That's something I'm working on behind the scenes. There's a couple other things I'm working on behind the scenes. I don't want to put it out there because I don't want the overflow. I could tell you in private, but I don't want the overflow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's some things I'm quietly working on. What's funny, me and our boy Joey Wells, who was with Heartbeat and Kevin and them, me and him talked yesterday for an hour.
Okay.
About some stuff. And he's like, dude, that's a great idea. You know, it's always best sometimes to move in silence. Do what you need to do. And then after that, boom, we see what happens with that. So, you know, that's been good. And that's one of the things I love about that old End Zone crew. Nobody's changed. Cat's bank accounts might be different, but nobody's changed. We can still pick up the horn and have that real conversation with each other. Like if I'm slipping, you'll call me and say, hey, dude, you got to tighten up, bro. You slipping. Can't be acting like that. You're making us all look bad. I could receive that. You see what I'm saying? I could receive that. So it's one of those, and it was positive, man. You know, the relocation to Houston, I think, has been a blessing in disguise because it's re-energized me.
Mm-hmm.
And the Houston scene, a lot of the vets here, they know my work. So the respect level and the love and the appreciation is there. It doesn't feel like it's a competition because so many cats want to be in competition with you. I'm like, none of you guys have done in the Bay what I've done. Not even close. I've done the Paramount 18 times.
Wow.
Nobody's even double digits, you know, but I don't brag about that. I've always been one to try to help the comics in the Bay, bringing them overseas, giving them some game. But some people don't even know how to appreciate that. But I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them. You know, it is what it is. I just got to keep moving.
Just keep moving. Hey, man, the name of the show is 5 Quick Questions. My guest today, Daniel Dugar. Dugar, how do people find you, man?
You can find me on IG, man, at Dugar 007, Dugar 007. You can hit me on TikTok. You know, I got a little set. Joey posted that like on the 10th. It's got like 60,000 hits already.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
So that's a bit that I did at LOL in Montreal.
Yeah.
It's the marriage bit, the stepson bit. So, you know, go in there, man. You know, follow your brother on Dugar, Dugar 007. I got a lot of things in the pipeline and some fashion tips, too.
I love that. Fashion tips from Dugar? Sign me up.
With no stylist. Ooh. Man, you know what, Rodney? It's a trip because you dress really nice, too, man. And you could learn so much. I take bits and pieces from all of you guys, from you, Steve, DL, Cedric, JB, Damon Williams, all you cats that really know how to put them pieces together. Mm-hmm. And if fashion is a form of expression, just like stand-up comedy is. It's a form of expressing yourself, you know. So I say have fun with it, man, because I was told when you get on that stage and you put that suit on, that's your uniform.
Yes, sir.
That's your brand. You get down.
Now I'm gonna ask you a 6th question.
Yes, sir.
What's the like the one thing you ever put on that you was like, this is the coolest thing I ever wore? Well, I know you told me about some stuff. Say, Rod, you should have.
You know, that's a tough one, Rodney.
Cause you had some joints.
Cause I got something I'm wearing next week as I headline Sacramento Laughs. They gonna be like, damn, he Louis'd up like that?
Like that?
You know, but I think when I threw the white linen tuxedo on with the white turtleneck, I think that set it off because it was so tailored. And you know, I had my push-up game on at that time. You had
a purple joint on one time.
I had I got a cold purple joint still in the closet. And then I got that blue velvet with the cream piping joint. That one is really dope. And then I got the seersuckers, man. I got the pink seersucker, the green seersucker, the yellow seersucker, you know, the brown one. And it's just having fun with it, Rodney. It's just having fun, man.
Wow. That man is Daniel Dugar. My name is Rodney Perry. This is 5 Quick Questions. That's our show. We'll be back with somebody else. D, man, thanks for coming on, bro.
Right on, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, man.